you need to start taking accountability. This is a very important step in just personal growth and your journey to becoming a better version of yourself. So I'm gonna delve into this topic. I'm gonna speak about a couple points I have written down, and I'll speak about how taking accountability has affected me in my current life. So let's get straight into it. When it comes to taking accountability, the longer you run away from taking accountability for your actions and the words that you speak and say and the manner in which you go about certain scenarios will really impact your life and the life of the people around you. The longer you continue to say it is not my fault, that you are not responsible for the outcome of a certain scenario, you are literally giving away the power that you have to dictate how the outcome comes out. I understand in life there are certain things which may not go your way, but the one thing I will refuse to accept is the fact that what we have played in that outcome is of no effect, because that's never the case. It is very easy to run away from accountability, and it's very easy to put that power or the outcome in someone else's hands and just resolve yourself of any responsibility. That's the reason why a lot of people do it. But the moment you start to take accountability into your own hands, what you're doing is taking control of your life. When you take control of your life, you get to decide the direction in which your life goes down. And that is far better than just drifting along in life and just existing. There's some people that survive, there's some people that live, and there's some people that just exist. Honestly, I would say existing is probably the worst of the three because surviving, you at least know, yeah, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't think at least try to escape this. Existing is just like you've just given up. Like you're just going with the flow of things and you've basically just given up. And then there's living, which is where everyone wants to be, where you're basically doing what you want with your time without having any restraints on your ability to do what you enjoy. When it comes to taking accountability, a big part of taking accountability is your ability to apologize when you are in the wrong. When it comes to doing something and being in the wrong, something that I've personally been working on is recognizing where I've been in the wrong a lot sooner than it usually takes me. Something I'm still working on. It still takes me some time to self reflect upon my actions or words to realize, yeah, I messed up. I better apologize for that. But the one thing I will say when it comes to apologizing is when you self reflect, you will really understand whether you was truly wrong for how you may have behaved or spoken in a certain instance versus not being wrong for it. And if you decide that you are not wrong for what you did and you acted in a manner which is respectful to yourself, you don't need to apologize for that because if you are apologizing for something that you're not at fault for, that is just a disservice to yourself. Don't do that. There is a fine line between the two, but never let pride and ego be the reason you don't apologize for something. The only reason you should not apologize is if you genuinely know you did nothing wrong. So that is the one point I have there. When it comes to your ability to take accountability, a big part that plays into it is your ability to self-reflect and the awareness of how your action impacts the people around you. So when it comes to self-reflection, the more you begin to take accountability, you gain the ability to think about how if you may have behaved, spoken. When I say spoken, it could be the tone that you chose to speak in, the words that you chose to use. It can mean any of those things. All of these variables play a big part in the outcome of any scenario. You gain the ability to think of different perspectives, and not only think of different perspectives from your side, but you also gain the ability to understand another person's perspective. And when you gain this ability to do that, what it essentially allows you to do is make actions and decisions based on not only what you want, but what is best suited for the people that it may impact in your life. I would say it's quite necessary if you're in any sort of leadership position or if you would like to become a leader of any sort. So that's the self reflection. In terms of the awareness, that's simply just something that you do. You are able to look beyond how it's going to affect you and you can see how it will affect the people around you, may that be positive or negative. And that's very helpful because you don't want to be intentionally or even unintentionally harming people in any way, shape, or form, because you have nothing to gain from that. And just, why would you want to be a bad person? That's not cool. So let me just have a quick look at my notes. What has it allowed me to do? So in my life so far, up until this point, I've been taking accountability for quite a long time now. And what it's allowed me to do is really gain the ability to put myself in another person's shoe and understand how my actions, my words may have affected them. And when you do that, you kind of become less ignorant. I'll never say that I'm perfect and I'm completely perfect at taking accountability. It's just a work in progress. I'll always be working towards becoming better in all of these avenues of personal growth. The moment you think that you have mastered something, that's the point in which I feel like you start to fall off from that area of personal growth, because you should never become too big headed and think that you've made it. So, yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe. You're going to see my face regardless, even if you don't subscribe. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Appreciate you guys watching.